Greetings, wrestling fans, and welcome to Celtic Legacy Wrestling. I am the Bard, the Keeper of Scrolls, and the Teller of Tales. Today I have the honor of presenting to you the tournament to crown the inaugural Unicorns Champions. This replaces the CLW Women's Tag Team Championship. We have 8 teams waiting to prove themselves in this tournament. So let's get to the action. Opening match at the semifinals, or quarterfinal, I mean. Glamour Moon, Hannah Taylor and Blake Monroe versus the Shewolves, Kasey and Lee Owens. Glamour Moon now with a double team. Big back body drop. Lee Owens busted open by that headbutt from Blake Monroe. And now a knee to the same spot. Lee is in trouble. Blake to the top rope. What she got in mind? Missing with that drop kick is Lee able to step aside. Blake now in the wrong part of town in the She-Wolves corner. Double team as Kasey's tagged in. Big back body drop. Stomping Blake into the mat. Kasey now with the upper hand on Blake, sending her into their corner again. Looks like another double team by the She-Wolves. Blake able to counter, sending Lee into Glamour Moon's corner. Hannah now tagged in. Double team, another big back body drop. That seems to be popular in this matchup. Hannah taking Kasey off the apron. Springboard moonsault missing as Lee rolled out of the way. Lee working on Hannah's leg. Springboard moonsault from Lee, going for a pin. Hannah kicks out at 1. Lee seems to be confused. She should have stayed on her. Hannah rolling out of the way, setting Lee up. But Lee reversing with a stop to the gut. Lee now in control of Hannah. That suplex into a lariat. Now tagging in Kasey. Kasey's in with a springboard moonsault onto the back of Hannah. That was brutal. Setting Hannah up, but Hannah reversing her into the corner, missing on that attempted splash. Kasey now setting her up. Hannah countering. Kicks. Has Kasey dazed, hits her with a DDT. Taking time to celebrate, could be a mistake. Springboard cross body taking Kasey down. Hannah now in control, sends Kasey into the Glamour Moon corner. Hannah pausing. Forearm into the corner. Kasey had nowhere to go, but Kasey fighting up. Dropping Hannah face first into the mat and hitting her with a kick to the side of the head. Hannah now fighting back. Inverted crush there. May have Kasey where she wants her. She can just stay on her here. Kick in the corner. Thought we might see a double team, but Hannah has something else in mind. Working on Kasey's leg. He took too much time. Maybe should have gone for a tag there. Kasey going for a cover after that knee. Only a 1 though. Hannah in trouble, crawling to her corner. Can she get the tag? Lee tagged in and Hannah made it. Blake is now legal. Blake going after Lee Owens. Lee reversing. Blake knocked off the apron. Lee either resting or trying to determine what she wants to do next. Seems to be wasting time, in my opinion. Blake catches her with a drop kick. Blake reversed into the corner by Lee, who hits her with a clothesline, now looking to tag in Kasey. Kasey is now legal. Superman punch from Kasey. Blake is in trouble. Blake reversing Kasey into the corner. Chops to the chest. Think she might have it, but Lee is coming in to break the pin. Blake now tagging in Hannah. Hannah illegal. Kick to Kasey's head may have knocked her out. Hannah going outside for some reason. Moonsault from the top. Will this do it? Two count. Kasey's still in this. Kasey sent into the corner. Double team by Glamour Moon. Hannah launching Blake into Kasey. Blake now setting Kasey up. What has she got in mind here? Oh, Kasey with a back elbow. Countering whatever Blake was thinking. Blake now in the wrong part of town. Double team by the Shewolves. As Leah launched into Blake. Lee going for a pin. Not even a 1 count. Blake is still in this. Springboard moonsault missing. Blake now sends Lee into her corner. Double team. Punch to the gut. Hannah sets her up, takes her out with that lariat. But Kasey makes the save. If it wasn't for Kasey, that might have been it. Hannah's had enough. Taking it to Kasey now. She wants to stay on Lee though. Wait, she's got Lee. Kasey's just dazed in the ring. Ref is counting Kasey, but Kasey is out of it. Can't get out of the ring anyway. Hannah got the Rings of Saturn, locks in and makes Lee tap. Glamour Moon advances. Hyperactive versus the Scream Queens. Safire looking for a quick cover on Nikki Cross. Now Nikki Storm, I should say. Safire Reed and Anita Vaughan making up Hyperactive. Daffney and Nikki Storm making up the Scream Queens. Safire in control. Nikki Storm at this point stopped her from possibly getting a tag just a bit ago. Double team by Hyperactive. Anita Vaughan now in control of Nikki. Springboard moonsault. Double team again by Hyperactive. Hyperactive controlling the match thus far. Our prior season of CLW, Hyperactive were unable to get their hands on the tag team championships. One would have to think they're getting very hungry for those titles, now known as the Unicorn Championship. Daffney tagged in for the Scream Queens, taking it to Safire. Working over that arm. Daffney, a true legend in wrestling. Totally missing that crossbody springboard. Sends Daffney into Hyperactive corner with a double team attempt again. A big back body drop. But Daffney's right up. Takes a lot to keep Daffney down. That knee might do it. Now rearranging Daffney's looks with a boot. Daffney right back up. It's insane the amount of damage that Daffney can take. But Anita is still bringing it to her. Safire tagged in. Safire trying to get a pin, but not even a 1 count. Daffney now making a comeback on Safire. Safire reversing into the corner with some knees. And a stomp. And a knee from across the ring. Tagging in Anita Vaughan. That gives Daffney a chance to tag in Nikki Storm, who's met with a Superman punch, and now Anita is setting Nikki up. Changed her mind. Nikki bloodied. And that might have done it had it not been for Daffney coming in off that knee that took Nikki out. Kick from over that top rope. Nikki trying to come back now. Oh, not much she's got in her after that Kinshasa that knocked her. Looked like it knocked her out. Bloodied her for sure. Anita, though, reversing her into her own corner. Knees now. Needs to get Nikki out of that corner. She could tag. Nikki's in trouble. Daffney wants a tag. Nikki sent into Hyperactive's corner. Another double team. Hyperactive is an excellent team. Possibly one of the top tag teams that we have. Nikki trying to get to a tag. Safire on the top though. Wasting time. Nikki tags in Daffney, but Safire catches her. Daffney's got her rolled up. Not even a 1, and she was close to the ropes. That may have been a rope break. Daffney was getting some momentum, but Safire not having it, taking Daffney down. Daffney reversing Safire into her own corner. Knees now. Safire's in trouble. Safire getting a tag. Daffney just not paying attention there. She should have been able to block that tag. Anita now legal. Daffney looking to get out of there. Tags in Nikki. Nikki and Anita now legal. Both went for, it looked like, the same thing. But Nikki takes down Anita with a 1 count as Safire came in to break it up. Nikki again with a pin attempt. Is this gonna do it? Scream Queens have won. The Beastlings, Nita and Alissa versus the Sky Pirates, Kairi, Sane, and EO Sky. Kairi going for a quick pin there, but Alissa breaking it up. Kairi in control. Sky Pirates are a formidable team. Beastlings are a new team. Nita known for shredding on the guitar, and Alissa for her vocals. Formed a tag team. Nita able to sidestep Kairi and now stopping Kairi's back. Nita taking it to Kairi. Kairi now reversing. EO now taking it to Nita on the outside. Nita is in trouble on the outside of the ring. CLW rules, there are no countouts. But the win still needs to take place in the ring. We just aren't having any more of those countouts like last season, where we didn't have a definitive winner. Nita down on the outside, definitely in trouble and needs to make a tag, but she's a long way away from her corner. Rolling back in the ring. Surprised Kairi didn't take the opportunity to tag there. Nita trying to fight back after what she's been through here. Sending Kairi into the corner of the Beastlings. Back and forth now. Nita thinks she's got it. 2 count. That was surprising. Nita sent into the corner. Kairi has Nita where she wants her, only in the wrong part of town. Nita needs to make a tag. She hasn't had the opportunity to do that, but she hasn't, which is surprising. Kairi again reversing. now controlling Nita in the corner. And again, Nita is in her own corner and may finally get a tag as Kairi decided to get out of there. We're now seeing Io and Alissa for the first time in this match. Nita disappeared. I can't blame her. Assume she's down on the floor. Io now taking it to Alissa. Alissa reversing. Springboard Enziguri. Hope she's not going to tag. Nita needs the rest. Collision in the middle of the ring. And then Io taking Alissa down. Alissa tagging. I don't know about that. Nita had already been through so much. Now bloodied by that DDT from Io. Nita should be on the apron right now. Rolling elbow taking Io down, but she's right back up. Taking it to Nita. In the wrong part of town again. Stomp. Io to the outside. Not sure what she was thinking there. Again. Seems a bit confused. Kairi nailing Nita. Nita not happy about that. Taking a shot at Kairi. Io finally done working out, I guess. Io now sends Nita into her corner. But Nita catches her with an elbow. Sending Io into the Beastlings corner. Ramming Io into the buckle. Nita may want to tag. Doesn't seem like this team of the Beastlings has very good teamwork going here. No, they're a new team, but they need to work on that if they're going to have any chance of looking at the Unicorn Championship. Io hooking Nita. Nita is in trouble. Should have tagged when she had the chance. I may have spoke too soon. Kairi makes a save. Now she tags. Alissa is legal. Io is down. Reverse. Io now in control. Alissa catches her coming in. Missing with that. Springboard. Whatever. Io now in control and tagging in Kairi. Kairi totally missing. In the late stage of this match, we're seeing a lot of misses. People not as coordinated as they were, I guess. Match seems to be taking a lot out of these competitors. Frequent tags now by the Sky Pirates. Alyssa's up. Another tag to Nita, who's been in this match most of the time and taken a lot of abuse. Double shoulder block. Nita trying to get something going here on Io. Missing with looked like a Superman punch. And Io taking control on the corner. Io going to the top. Moonsault, that might do it. Alissa's in to make the save. This match is taking a lot out of these competitors. Io back on the top. Drop kick from the top rope. Nita is definitely in trouble at this point. Reversing though. Sending Io into her corner. The big clothesline. Setting up for something on the outside. A kick. Taking Io down, but Io countering. A knee. Back and forth a little bit, but Nita seems to be maintaining control. Again, she may have wanted to tag Alissa. Io in control. Taking Nita to her corner. Wasted a little bit of time there, allowing Nita to get an elbow in. Another reversal by Io and a reversal by Nita. A lot of reversals here. Nobody really being able to connect with anything, it looks like, at this point. Io going for a submission. Locked in, Nita taps out, the Sky Pirates advance. Straight Edge Society, AJ Lee and Kaitlyn versus the Woke Queens, Lyra, Valkyria, and Debbie Keitel. Kaitlyn going for a pin on Lyra, getting a 2 count. In tournaments, that's what you want to do, is end your matches as quickly as possible, because you got 3 matches to go through if you can make it. Reversals in the corner. The Straight Edge Society, or SES, Kaitlyn and AJ Lee, with CM Punk. The 3 of them make up that group. The Woke Queens have had a lot of success. The European Tag Team Champions at various promotions. Lyra's been in trouble since this match started, though. Double team by the SES. Big elbow from Kaitlyn's shoulders by AJ. Double team by the Woke Queens. But AJ taking it to Debbie. Double team by the SES. Double elbow. And a splash by Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn, the powerhouse out of these 4 individuals. But Debbie coming back. Sending Kaitlyn into the corner. Kaitlyn catching her, coming in with an elbow. Now sending Debbie into the SES corner. Double team. Axe handle to the back. Pin attempt. This team at SES working very well together. AJ and Kaitlyn have known each other for years. Been friends for years. They know each other very well. Debbie's in trouble and Lyra wants a tag badly. Shining Wizard going for a pin, but Lyra broke it up. AJ setting Debbie up. Locking in the Black Widow. And Debbie taps. Glamour Moon, Hannah Taylor, and Blake Monroe versus the Scream Queens, Nikki Storm and Daffney. Hannah taking down Nikki, locking her arm in for a possible submission, but Nikki's out. Takes Hannah down with a kick. Hannah fighting back. Second rope. Taunting Nikki to get up. Hurricanrana from the second rope. Nikki's up though, and met with a drop kick. And Nikki's out of there. Hannah though, got caught by Nikki. But Hannah's still in it. Punch to Daffney for good measure and then sends Nikki into her corner, but gets caught coming in. Hannah sent into the Scream Queen's corner. Double team. Double shoulder block. Daffney now on the outside, taunting Hannah to get up. Kick over the top rope. Hannah's in trouble. Hannah reversing. Daffney into the corner. Thought she was going to go for a tag there, but nope. Drop kick into the corner. Daffney had nowhere to go except down. Hannah now on the outside, setting Daffney up. Springboard, Hurricanrana. Stomp, now locking in that Rings of Saturn. Nikki making the save. That's how Glamour Moon won the quarterfinal match, was with that Rings of Saturn by Hannah hitting that clothesline. That might do it. Glamour Moon advances. Straight Edge Society, Kaitlyn and AJ Lee versus the Sky Pirates, Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Keep on to say Sane, Sane, I guess it's the same. Sky Pirates in control of Kaitlyn. SES defeated the Woke Queens to get here, and the Sky Pirates defeated the Beastlings. Winner of this match advances to the finals to face Glamour Moon. Kaitlyn in the wrong part of town. Double team coming in by the Sky Pirates. Double suplex. As these matches go on, these competitors are just taking so much damage that the matches aren't going to last as long as we've seen in our previous tournaments. Io taking Kaitlyn down. Io now to the top. Setting Kaitlyn up here. Drop kick from the top. Working the crowd. Needs to stay on Kaitlyn though. a drop kick. Keitlyn needs to get a tag and does. AJ now legal with EO. Go to sleep by AJ. Bloodying EO. You know she learned that from Punk. Missing with that attempted drop kick, it looked like. Reversal after reversal between these two. AJ deciding to get out of the ring, which didn't really make any sense to me.
Splash in the corner.
Keitlyn, the powerhouse, slamming EO. Is that enough to finish this? That was almost it. But EO got out of there. Kairi wants a tag. Back and forth. EO in control. Setting Keitlyn up. Backbreaker. Keitlyn may want to try to tag as Kairi is now legal. Springboard moonsault. Keitlyn is in trouble. Keitlyn fighting out of the corner, trying to get some momentum. Dropping Kairi. Should have gone for a tag. Tried for a splash and missed. Keitlyn taken to the corner. Tree of Woe. What's Kairi got in mind here? Stop. That might do it. 2. Kick out. Keitlyn may not have much left in the tank here. Trying to get things going with Kairi. Send her into the corner, but no, reversed. Kairi now in control. These two taking a lot out of each other for the matches they've already had. One would think whichever one of these teams advances to the finals, it's going to be in a very tough spot, as Glamour Moon is already there, and their team hasn't taken all that much damage. Their matches have been somewhat short compared to the other matches.
Every step forward for Sane is being met with resistance.
Finally, Keitlyn making a tag. The double team here. Looks like it's going to be that elbow from Keitlyn's shoulders. No, wasn't the elbow. Sent her down with a senton. Shining Wizard by AJ, but EO makes a save. Kairi now in control of AJ. AJ reversing. Setting her up. Missing with that clothesline. Pin attempt by Kairi. Not even a 1 count. Alabama slam, another pin attempt by Kairi. 1 count. This match may never end. AJ now setting Kairi up in the corner. Not sure she's shadow boxing now. Decides to tag in Kaitlyn for a double team. AJ probably should have stayed in there longer. Kaitlyn's taken a lot of damage in this match. Kaitlyn trying to get her whereabouts. Going after Kairi. Back and forth now. Back suplex. Kaitlyn taking the time to cheer, allowing Kairi to tag in Io. The late stages of this match, the last thing you want to do is give your opponent the opportunity to tag out. Big power bomb. Io to the outside. So right back in. Kaitlyn, not sure what they're doing. Dozy-do, I guess. Kaitlyn with a reverse DDT. Not trying to end it there, though. Tags in AJ. Io now shadow boxing. I think these competitors are just taking so much damage in this match. They're not sure what they're doing. Springboard moonsault to the outside. Meteora. Io taking it to AJ on the outside. Pin attempt. Kaitlyn's in to break it up. If you're Glamour Moon, you gotta be sitting in the back watching this with smiles on your faces, knowing whichever one of these two teams you're about to face is gonna have been through hell. Kaitlyn tagged back in, but Io trying to get some momentum going. Unable to as Kaitlyn takes her down. Kaitlyn now to the top rope with a splash. Unable to follow up. She might have got a pin there. Again, posing for the crowd. Io reversing Kaitlyn into the corner. Hooking her up. Tarantula doing some wear and tear. Kaitlyn's in trouble. Been saying that a lot in this match, it seems. That might have knocked Kaitlyn out. These two teams are just destroying each other. Not sure what Io's doing. She wanted Kairi out of the way so she could set Kaitlyn up. Springboard drop kick. Now to the top. Could be that moonsault. Oh, Kaitlyn got the knees up. Spear by Kaitlyn. Going for a pin. Kairi's in. Breaks the pin. This match is never going to end, folks. Io reversing. Io now in control of Kaitlyn, taking her to the corner. Kaitlyn countering out of the corner. Io now countering out of the corner. Stomping down on Kaitlyn. Kaitlyn is dazed, but manages to reverse Io into the corner. Kaitlyn tagging out. AJ Lee in. Basement dropkick in the corner. Setting up. Shining Wizard. Is that going to do it? No, a 2 count. Neither one of these teams want to give an inch. They both want to be in the finals. They know they're so close. AJ paused long enough for Io to counter out of the corner, sending AJ into her corner, taking her time to get there though. Stopping AJ. Sky Pirates with momentum. Io going to the top. Find that moonsault again. Nails it. Kaitlyn is in though. Breaking up the pin. This is crazy. I don't know if we're going to end this match at all. Io back to the top. Another moonsault. That's got to do it. Sky Pirates advance. Glamour Moon. Blake Monroe and Hannah Taylor versus the Sky Pirates, Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Io taking it to Blake. Glamour Moon beat the Shewolves and the Scream Queens to get to the finals. And the Sky Pirates beat the Beastlings and the Straight Edge Society to get to the finals. Glamour Moon, the fresher of the two teams, as the Sky Pirates just had one hell of a match against the SES. Glamour Moon's been resting the fresher team. Hannah tagged in for a double team. Face buster on Kairi. Hannah to the outside. Missing with that maneuver. Kairi was a little too far away. Could be going for it again. This time she wants Kairi to get up. Springboard, but caught by Kairi. Turning into a power bomb. Hannah sent into the corner. Counters out of the corner with an elbow. Gotta think she doesn't want Kairi to get a tag. Too late. Io is now legal as Hannah turned her back for that brief second while a tag was made. Hannah taking it to Io on the outside. Setting her up. Looks like Hannah's going for a tag. Blake is legal. Blake catches Io coming into the ring. Takes Io down with a sidelock slam. Io's up though, but Blake not having it. Takes her down with a sling blade to the top, but Io's crawling for a tag. Went for that flying elbow, must have thought she could catch Io before she tagged, but she didn't. Kairi now rolling into a pin, I mean. So much action. Blake is up. Taking it to Kairi. Kairi reverses Blake. Blake countering. Blake now setting Kairi up. Knee. Kairi's in trouble. Looks like Blake was going for a double team there, but wasn't able to get that tag. Kairi now taking control. Taking Blake to the corner. Blake, though, gets out of there. Still Kairi taking her to the other corner. Setting her up. Kairi going to the top. Double stomp. Going for a pin. Hannah's in to break that up. Blake trying to catch Kairi before she tagged, but she was too late. Now Io's legal. Drop kick. Blake needs to tag and gets the hot tag to Hannah. Now Hannah and Io. Not sure what Hannah was doing there. It wasn't close. Io now setting Hannah up. Drop kick. Springboard. Drop kick. Hannah's down. Fighting back though. Springboard moonsault. Seems to have missed with that. Io may have rolled out of the way on that. Io now. Hannah getting herself psyched up, it looks like. Although caught by Io. Backbreaker. Hannah's in trouble. Io with strikes. Hannah, though, overpowering Io temporarily as Io reverses. Hannah counters out of the corner. DDT busting Io open. Now kicks to that busted head. Hannah having no mercy on Io. This is for the Tag Team Championships. The Unicorns Championship. Io's in trouble. Leg drop over the top. Hannah in full control at the moment. She's thinking elbows. Face first into the buckle. Hannah just destroying Io, going for a pin. Io's face covered in blood. Thanks to Hannah's kicks to the face. Hannah taking her time here. Gives Io the chance to counter. One count by Io. Stare down by these two. Hannah may have been trying to go for a tag there, but Io caught her. Io with Hannah hooked up in the tarantula. Hannah needs to get out of there. Io needs to get out of there. Hannah missing as Io sidestepped. Hannah now wisely making a tag to Blake. Blake now legal. Io staggering up onto the ropes. Blake taking it to her, but Io fighting back. Springboard dropkick. Action going to the outside. Blake in control, the freshest competitor right now. Io back into the ring. Why she's not tagging Kairi at this point? Could be a mistake. Blake is back in. Blake in the corner. Counters with an elbow. Io sent into Hannah, who seemed to want to grab her, possibly for a double team, but Io escaped. The mat getting bloody from how much Io is bleeding. Io still able to maintain some control over Blake, sending her into her corner. Io needs to get out of this match. Still not tagging. It's like she's gonna go for the moonsault. Hits the moonsault. Hannah's in to break up the pin. Drop kick by Io. Blake rolling out of the ring. Smart maneuver. Springboard moonsault to the outside. Io is insane. She needs to just get in there and tag Kairi. Blood now on the floor. Io is bleeding so much at this point. Blake setting up Io. DDT, but Kairi's coming in to break the pin. That might have done it. Driving Io's bloodied face into the mat. Going for it again, it looked like, but Io countered. I'm surprised Io is still going at this point. Backbreaker. Io back to the top. Moonsault, but Blake got her knees up. Setting Io up. Samoan driver. Gotta try to finish this. Headbutt by Blake. Super kick. Io has not got much left in her. Glamour Moon are the new inaugural champions. The team of Blake Monroe and Hannah Taylor, known as Glamour Moon, are now the Unicorns champions. You're not going to want to miss where their journey takes them, or the stories yet to be told. So unless you're the village idiot, you should like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, and we'll see you next time.